your son?
Mike Fish.
Okay. Justin Brantley.
I'm Linda Frederick. This is Terry Frederick, and our son is Eric Frederick.
Okay.
My son is Blake Bottoms.
Clay Salter. I'm Jack Salter's grandfather.
I'm Patty Salter, his grandma.
Talk about having them come to Ohio and play for this team.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity to be able to play in a different league and to be able to battle lots of other kids and play against some really great competition with good coaches. And it seems like an excellent program, and nothing but positive things to say about it. I think it's a great opportunity. I'm really grateful that he had it.
I feel the same way. I think it's good for them, even with life lessons, going to different places and having to, where Justin and Mike knew each other from Siena. I think it's good for them to go around and have to be in those situations and learn how to adapt. And I think, coaches have been great. Everything we read about the league has been great. We're looking forward to it. You guys love it.
It's been a great experience. It's a top-notch organization, first class. Everything's been great.
Both of them said this is the best organized team in the league, and they get by far the best attendance, and they can't speak highly enough of everybody here, how they're treated, how the team is treated, and we felt the same thing. Everybody's gone out of their way to really be nice to us.
Great, yeah.
Because I think they had 1,300 last night.
1,371.
Well, 71, I knew there was 700.
Almost as many as they get at the Michigan State.
And what has the travel done for you guys? If you don't get to come here every day and see them play, what is that? How's that?
It's a little frustrating when you're used to seeing, them play. It's been great that you guys do such a good job with the media and being able to listen to it, over the internet or over our phones. So we look forward to doing that. We're very appreciative that you guys have that media option for us that live so far away.
That has been good. Mike's grandparents and family, we all kind of huddle around the computer, the phone, and listen. So it would be really hard if we couldn't hear any of that at all. So
thank you to all the stations and all the people behind that in all across the league, because with us, we can't make it to the games. It's great.
It's unfortunate that we can't see him all the time, but we do get to listen to you guys, which is a lot of fun. I mean, that guy does a great job. I don't remember his name, but he does Ryan does a great job. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's tougher as I get a little older, but I don't mind. I'm on the road some with my job anyway, so driving to a baseball game is fine for me. I've always tried to be very supportive. Attend as many games as possible, so I don't mind that too bad. Yeah, I'm a basketball referee in the winter months, so I drive a lot late hours at night, so I'm used to it. It's all good.
Okay, you gotta give me a little bit of an embarrassing story. I mean, whether it be a baseball story or just growing up.
Okay, for Justin, this actually comes from his brother. He wanted to remind Justin that he had the tightest pants ever in Little League, all from 9 to 12, well, actually up to about 14. He felt the need to have the tightest pants ever. Luckily, his fashion sense has changed, and we don't have to be exposed to those skinny legs anymore.
Aww, that's great.
Okay, story about Mike Fish. Little League. He was probably, 8 years old or so. He was out, he's kind of, a restless guy, he's not a sitter, wants to be moving all the time, unless he's sleeping in. But he was out in the field, center field, and he was spinning around and doing the things like when a little kid starts, looking at clouds. It wasn't like that, but it was almost like that. And he was spinning around, and he's jumping up and down. All of a sudden, he's back and forth, started looking really confused. Now, nobody's talking, everybody's just watching. And finally, we figured out what the problem was. He goes running off the field and runs into the bathroom. So if you see that now, he's acting like that, just show him, point to where he was.
He's this will be really embarrassing. He'll probably kill me for this. He doesn't remember this. He doesn't remember this, but I do. When he was playing Little League, and it was Little League, all of a sudden he was supposed to be out there in right field, and he comes over and he's like, "Mom, I want a Coke." And I'm like, "You're supposed to be in right field." And he's like, "I got bored out there. There's no balls coming. I'm ready to have the drink." And I'm like, "Dude, get out there and play ball. You're supposed to be out there." And everybody's like, "Hey, where's right field?" So yeah, that was great.
A funny story. The first time the kids all got together, because they played mini ball together, him and his sister both, was a year and a half older than him, were on the same team together. And they were asking the kids, "What position do you want to play? What do you want to be?" And Eric says, "I want to be the hitter."
Aww.
That's cute.
There's a alarm didn't go off in time. And they were supposed to leave, I think, like at 1 o'clock, and we woke up at 12:45, ran to the bus, no gloves, maybe didn't have his hat. He wasn't scheduled to pitch that day, unfortunately, but yeah, he's pretty much a goofball.
When he played in the high school all-star game last year, he was the most valuable player to me. And our nephew called us. He never said anything about how he played. He just said how well spoken he was. And he said, and I called John and said, that's really, in his life, it's going to be more important. Because if somebody calls, they didn't mention if he made an error, got hit. He said how well spoken. And one of the stories that he said, I have an affinity for baseball. Which not most high school kids will say. So we're prejudiced, but we're proud because he's a clean cut kid.